On this edition of Hawk TV News, we take you to last weekend's Children's Day Festival, introduce you to live music in Norfolk, and take you on a trip through Black History Month. All this and more is now on Hawk TV News. Welcome into this edition of Hawk TV News. I'm Christopher Thiem. Thanks for joining us. February is here, and with it comes Black History Month. I have more.
February 1st marked the start of Black History Month, a month where we honor black people such as MLK, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, and Malcolm X. We also mourn the losses of many people such as George Floyd, Emmett Till, Breonna Taylor, and many more. Now, it's not just about the people I just named. It is about how they played a central role in U.S. history. I went around campus and asked a couple students and staff what Black History Month meant to them.
It means a lot to me. It just teaches us how to appreciate what we have and just where we came from, our ancestors, and basically.
I don't know. It just means respecting and recognizing all the heroes and what they did for,
Black History Month is a time to celebrate and recognize all of Black history. Now, Black history is American history, and so it's a time for us to kind of face what we've done, where we've been, and where we're going, and then to celebrate the culture and the uniqueness of Black America.
The story of Black History Month began in 1915, a half-century after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States. This year's theme for Black History Month is Black Health and Wellness, as outlined by the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. We here at Northeast Community College started off Black History Month with a traveling museum which had a bunch of rare artifacts. I also got a chance to ask what people thought Black History Month means to the United States.
Sure, so I think it depends on who you ask. I think some folks view it as a time to kind of reflect on the dark history that we've had, right, regarding slavery and Jim Crow laws. And I think another part of the United States and American culture takes this as a time to celebrate, where we've all come from and the culture that we've brought with us, the culture that is Black America and the roots that they have and how that's been incorporated into American society overall.
I would say that it basically means that we just gotta I think everybody pays attention to what goes on in today's world. So I think it's very important nowadays. Maybe not for everyone, but mostly it's a big topic now.
As the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless midnight of racism and war, that the bright daybreak of peace and brotherhood can never become a reality. I believe that unharmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word." The pressure is easing on Nebraska hospitals as the surge in COVID-19 cases continues to subside, but hospitals remain quite busy. Nebraska hospital officials say that they are cautiously optimistic that the virus hospitalizations will continue to decline, but they worry about the possibility of another surge. The state said 627 people were hospitalized with the virus in Nebraska on Sunday. That number has been steadily declining since peaking at 767 on January 28th, after a month-long surge from the late December low of 445. Gas prices are on the rise in Nebraska. According to a AAA poll, the average price for regular unleaded is $3.23 per gallon. That's up 6% in the last week and up 13 cents in the last month. In Omaha, the average is $3.19 a gallon, up 16 cents in the last month. Across the river in Council Bluffs, the average is $3.21 a gallon. Music has been a great way for people to get together in Norfolk. Hawk TV's Connor Luby has more.
Live music has a way to bring positive energy out of people. Whether you're at a festival or concert or in a bar or restaurant, smiles will be put on faces. In Norfolk, live music is a key cornerstone of the community. Every weekend you can walk downtown and hear some type of music playing. For artist Kobe Jordan, it's a great way for him to express himself.
It's a big way for me to kind of express myself and to kind of de-stress a little bit. You know, it's kind of a great way for me to vent and stuff like that, but also just, I don't know, like sharing that emotion, that feeling with other people and just kind of like making that connection. That's kind of what's always driven me as a musician.
After the pandemic was starting to slow down and businesses started to reopen, many people were looking for events to get together. Live music came in strong with US 92's Greenlight Great Night series of shows in the area. Kaylin Debin, the morning radio show host for US 92, explains more about Greenlight Great Night.
We have schedulers, get different people to play some music. We'll come on down, we'll hang out with them for a night, go from bar to restaurant for the whole night. That's a Greenlight Great Night. It's our way to get people more involved into the live music in downtown Norfolk, to get people out, to get people involved in the community again.
Whenever you see the green light flashing above a bar or restaurant in Norfolk, there's live music that is playing there. Lots of different acts roll into town, whether they are large or small. Greenlight Great Night has been a great promotion and it has brought tons of people together in the Norfolk area. Live music is one of the best parts about Norfolk and really has ways to bring all together. You know, next time there will be live music in town, I'll be there. Reporting for Hawk TV News, I'm Connor Luby.
Northeast Community College Chuck Pullman Ag Complex in Norfolk was the site of a FFA district livestock judging contest last month. Nearly 600 students from 49 schools participated in the annual event. The top 25% of the teams in the contest qualified for the state competition, which will be held during the Nebraska FFA convention in Lincoln this April. In District 2, students from Columbus, Lakeview, David City, Raymond Central, and Newman Grove will move on to state. In District 3, students from Arlington, Wisner-Pilger, and Oakland Craig made the cut. And in District 4, students and teams from Laurel, Concord, Coldridge, Plainview, Hartington, Newcastle will compete at state. A new public lecture series at Northeast will kick off this Thursday. The first Hawk Talk will feature the early childhood program. Instructor Lisa Gunther says Nebraska has the highest percent of all parents and guardians in America in the workforce, and Nebraska has the lowest unemployment rate in the country. She says that means Nebraska needs for quality childcare is great. Statistics find that 90% of a person's brain development between birth and age 5. Gunther will be discussing these topics and more at the event. The Hawk Talk program will take place in Union 73 this Thursday at 7 p.m. The largest children's event at the Sunset Plaza Mall took place over the weekend. Hawk TV's Irvin Doman has more.
The state of Nebraska is ranked 6th when it comes to literacy rates, but Read Aloud Norfolk is doing all they can to improve that ranking. The Children's Day Festival is an annual event hosted by Read Aloud Norfolk to promote literacy amongst young kids. It's a great event that gives the community a chance to gather for a great cause. Local businesses come and set up booths with games for kids to play and collect tickets. After they win 10 tickets, they can get a free book. Mark Clausen, the president of Read Aloud Norfolk, understands just how important books are for young kids.
Well, I mean, they need books. You know, a book, reading is one of the most important things we can do to help children be successful, in school and life. And they need books that make that happen. So we help provide books to families.
The event has been going on for well over 30 years in the community and has been a massive success. Lisa Gunther, who works in the education field at Northeast Community College and is on the board of Read Aloud Norfolk, had some great insights when it comes to the importance of reading.
Well, reading is the road to all learning, and kindergarten through 3rd grade children learn to read, and then from 3rd grade on up, you read to learn. So it affects all subject areas and all career pathways.
Read Aloud Norfolk wants to promote healthy, successful children and families through reading aloud. The Children's Day Festival is just one of several ways they give back to the Northeast Nebraska community. If you want to learn more about the Children's Day Festival or other events they put on, go to readaloudnorfolk.com. For Hawk TV News, I'm Irvin Doman.
This week's Wacky Wednesday event at Northeast will focus on supporting people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and thoughts of suicide. to Write Love on Her Arms will take place at Hawks Point tomorrow from 11 until 1. Students and staff can come by to have love written on their arms and receive more information. There will be free t-shirts to the first 100 students with a current student ID. Coming up on Hawk TV News, Connor is in with a look at the weather. Irvin has the national news update, including opioids causing a security threat, an update on the U.S. Olympic medal count, and how much money is the Super Bowl expected to generate in L.A. This is Hawk TV News.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
I'm a licensed practical nurse. I work in rehab, long-term care, and assisted living facilities. When I look at my residents, I see my mom, my dad, and I'm giving the respect and the care I would want. We are protectors of our residents. Their safety, their health, and happiness are 3 things that we're working on 24/7. We've taken an oath to do that, but it's in our hearts to do that.
Home doesn't just have to be where you sleep or eat. Home is where you are comfortable, confident, and welcomed. The Media Arts Department at Northeast Community College is our home. From the moment you step through the doors, you feel like you gained a family. You'll gain hands-on experience that you can't find anywhere else. It's a decision you'll be happy you made. With classmates and teachers to help at every turn, check out the Northeast Community College Media Arts Department. For more information, go to northeast.edu.
I'm Connor, giving you guys your weather. Outside the studio right now, it's 58 degrees and sunny, a really nice day today. And for tonight, it's going to be a low at around 29, partly cloudy. It's been a great couple weeks. So let's take a ahead at the weather here. For the next week, it's going to be low 60s throughout, high 50s, sunny for the next 4 days. Until Sunday rolls around, there's going to be a 40% chance of showers with only a high at around 43 for the next couple days, mid 40s. But honestly, after the winter we had, this is some pretty good weather to have. But if you want to know anything else about the weather that's going on, head on to our website. It is KHWK, HawkTV.com. Let's get right back to on the news here on Hawk TV News.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul is going to make an announcement on the future of the state's indoor mask mandate tomorrow as more states move to relax COVID-19 restrictions. The mandate was put in place back in December in an effort to slow the spread of COVID and is set to expire on Thursday. It has been controversial and was at one point declared unconstitutional by a state Supreme Court judge before that decision was overruled by an appellate court. The Democratic governor is meeting with education leaders today and is expected to discuss how much longer students will have to wear masks. A federal government commission finds synthetic opioids overdose deaths are a threat to national security and economic well-being. The Commission on Combating Synthetic Opiate Trafficking was created in 2020 to come up with a plan to stem the tide with synthetic opiates coming into the country. The panel is out today with dozens of policy recommendations to reduce the number of deaths. Fentanyl alone killed more than 64,000 Americans from April of 2020 to April of 2021. The death toll could exceed 1.2 million by 2029. The U.S. is tied with 3 other countries with with the 8th most Olympic medals at the 2022 Olympic Winter Games. The U.S. has earned 4 silvers and 1 bronze and is tied with China and Slovenia and France as well, with 5 total medals. Sweden leads the way with 4 gold medals. Super Bowl 56 is expected to generate $500 million for the Los Angeles area. That revenue comes from ticket and merchandise sales at SoFi Stadium, plus stays at local hotels and dining at local restaurants. $22 million is expected to be made off taxes alone. The interactive Super Bowl experience at the LA Convention Center is also a money maker. It brought in 40,000 fans last weekend and opens again Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Coming up on Hawk TV News, Connor will catch you up on Hawks athletics and a preview for the Super Bowl. You are watching Hawk TV.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Know how to wear your face mask correctly. First, wash your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds or use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Put your face mask over your nose and mouth and secure it under your chin. If the mask has loops, hook them around your ears. If it has ties, secure them at the base of your neck and crown of your head. Make sure you can breathe easily. Remove your mask carefully. Untie the straps or unhook the loops from your ears and pull the mask away from your face without touching the front of your mask. Don't touch your eyes, nose, or mouth when taking off your mask. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds immediately after removing your mask, or use hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Learn more at cdc.gov/coronavirus and coronavirus.gov.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. The nicotine in e-cigarettes is addictive and can harm brain development. That's why I worry about teens who try e-cigarettes. Many young people use pod-based e-cigarettes like Juul, which have high levels of nicotine. And because teens' brains are still developing, they can quickly become addicted. The tobacco industry uses fruit and candy flavors to attract young people, often turning them into lifelong users. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
Welcome to this edition of Sports Focus. I'm Connor Luby. The Northeast Community College baseball team took to the field for the first time in 2022 yesterday and split a doubleheader with Northern Oklahoma College at Unig, and the Hawks won fell in game 1 of the bottom of the 7th inning on a walk-off grand slam. Despite taking a 5-2 lead in the top of the 7th, a big 4-run inning was the difference in game 2 as the Hawks came away with a 5-3 victory. In the top of the 7th, Taylor Gill singled to score Harrison Tubbert, and Parker Dorrance later doubled that scored 2 runs to put the Hawks in the driver's seat. The Jets loaded the bases in the bottom half of the inning and never looked back with one swing of the bat. Preston Tenney tossed 5 innings, allowing 2 earned runs off 4 hits while striking out 8 batters. Gill went 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI, while Dorrance added a double and 2 RBIs as well. 4 runs in the 4th inning sealed the victory for the Hawks in the final game of the doubleheader. Man Warren in Houston Fogelstorm scored on an error from the left field before Taubert stepped up to the plate and crushed an RBI triple. Maximo De Leon later singled to score Tubbert. The Hawks are back in action today in another doubleheader against Unid in Oklahoma. The Northeast Community College softball team split their first 4 games in the slate up in the Preston College Dome Classic in Aberdeen, South Dakota. The Hawks are now 2-2, dropped their first 2 matchups on that Sunday afternoon to North Dakota State College of Science, 13-6 and 10-6, but rallied to win the 2 contests against Lake Region State College, 27-13 and 10-5. In the game 1, the Hawks jumped out to an early 2-1 lead in the first 2 innings before the Wildcats tacked on 7 runs over the 3rd and 4th innings. Game 2 of the doubleheader saw Brianna Aguilera tag on 3 RBIs off 2 hits. The Hawks rallied in the 7th inning to score 3 runs before ultimately dropping the game. Splits took the last pitch over 4 1/3 inning and gave up 9 earned runs. The Hawks found their way into the win column for the first time in the young season against Lake Region State College and added another one against the Royals as well. Abby Belford had an incredible day on the plate, going 3 for 4 with 2 home runs. Belford wasn't the only Hawk hitter to have a productive day, as Lindbergh tied the Northeast school record with 3 home runs in a game. Lindbergh also took the win on the mound, pitching 5 innings in the shortened game and striking out 4 batters. Lorna Maxon drilled 2-point basket off an assist from Marta Pons to give Northeast Community College women's basketball team a 64-62 victory over the Southeastern Community College Blackhawks. Ashley Hassett added another double to her stellar season as she totaled 16 points and 10 rebounds. The Hawks are now 8-15 on the season, 5-8 in the conference. Autumn Dickmander also tallied 16 points and additional 4 rebounds. Ponce played a crucial role with 13 points that seemed to come at times when the Hawks needed a bucket to fall. The Hawks trailed 20-13 at the end of the first quarter, rallied at halftime to close the deficit to 33-29, and it was knotted up at 49 at the end of the third. That's when the game started to turn into an instant classic. Right at the end of the game, head coach Matt Savela took a timeout after the Blackhawks tied it up, got it down the court, and on a perfect inbound play, Pons inbounded it to Autumn, who passed it right back to Pons, who found Maxon for the game-winning shot. The Hawks were able to force the Blackhawks to turn it over on the final seconds to seal the deal in the victory over Southeastern. Quick turnaround for them as they are playing Iowa Lakes Community College today at 5:30 p.m. in Ethersville, Iowa. The Northeast Community College men's basketball team fought hard early before ultimately falling to Des Moines Area Community College last Wednesday, 91-70 in Boone, Iowa. The Hawks are currently 4-16 on the season, 0-10 in conference play, but put up a strong fight in the first half. 3-point shot banked off the glass from Jaden Stronk with 8:40 remaining in the first half, giving the Hawks an 18-15 lead, and the rest of the game was a seesaw affair. Evan Decker had a huge scoring day with 23 points and 6 rebounds. Manny Alexandre had 10 points and 6 rebounds, and 9 was a magic number for Jared Lopez, who had 9 rebounds and 9 points. Three-pointer from Tanner Strike with 9:42 left in the second half ensured every player on the Hawks squad got points in the scoring column. But 54 points from the Bears were too much to overcome. The Hawks men's team are also joining the women in Iowa Lakes, but their game starts at 7:30. The Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday, and it's big-time tension building up before the game. The NFC-winning LA Rams are playing the AFC-winning Cincinnati Bengals in Los Angeles. Currently, the Rams are favored by 4.5 points over the Bengals. The Bengals are led by quarterback Joe Burrow and receiver Jamar Chase, while the Rams are led by their quarterback Matthew Stafford and their receiver Cooper Kupp. The Rams have a chance to be the second team to win in their home stadium in the Super Bowl, coming off last year's win from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Coming up on Hawk TV, Chris is in with entertainment news. Joe Rogan is leaving Spotify for a new company. The Oscar nominees have been announced, and Scarlett Johansson stars in a Super Bowl ad. All this and more here on Hawk TV.
Every year, 4.5 million young adults between the ages of 18 and 24 visit the ER.
It's every parent's nightmare.
Umergency gives you all the tools you need to quickly and effectively manage your family's emergency. Umergency provides instant access to vital resources, customized to your student's campus and local community, digital consent form, and built-in urgent alert button. Umergency gives you peace of mind when you need it most. Download your Umergency app now.
Yes, I'm a smoker. And yes, I'm aware I should quit. I get pressure from everyone I love and everything around me.
Smoking is really, really bad for you.
Yet sometimes that pressure alone is enough to make me want to light up.
At 1-800-QUIT-NOW, we get it. With free coaching services and nicotine gum, patches, or lozenges, we're here for you. No lectures, no judgment. Call us at 1-800-QUIT-NOW today.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Bro, you need a ride home?
Nah, I got a ride home from Kyle.
All right, man, suit yourself. What does he know? Did I miss my turn? Oh,
Every day in the United States, 28 people lose their lives in drunk driving crashes. That is over 10,000 people that are lost every single year. Don't drink and drive. This is a public service announcement of Hawk TV.
The Oscar nominations were revealed for the 94th Annual Academy Awards. Tracy Ellis Ross and Leslie Jordan announced the nominees list this morning. Films like Dune, Belfast, and Power of the Dog are expected to do well. The Oscars will be handed out on March 27th. Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler are filming the sequel to Murder Mystery 2. The 52-year-old actress posted a picture on the beach set of the film, with the 55-year-old's arm wrapped around her shoulder. Murder Mystery first came out in 2019. The duo starred in Just Go With It in 2011, which was their first film together. The celebrity couple of Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost are starring in a Super Bowl TV commercial. The pair learns what it would be like if Amazon Alexa would read their minds, and comedy ensues. An Amazon marketing executive says the two were very involved in the joke writing for the ad. Jost, who grew up on Staten Island, is also busy these days, coming up with a plan to refurbish a Staten Island ferry he bought with comedian Pete Davidson. The conservative-leaning platform Rumble is reaching out to podcaster Joe Rogan in an attempt to lure him away from Spotify. Rogan has been caught up in controversy surrounding the spread of misinformation of COVID on his show. The Joe Rogan Experience, things only got more dicey for him when a video compilation surfaced a few days ago of him repeatedly using the N-word over the course of many years. A number of artists have asked to have their music pulled from Spotify as a result, and now Rumble is offering Rogan a new place to call home. CEO Chris Pavlovski on Monday tweeted an open invitation to Rogan to bring his show, old and new, to Rumble. He promised zero censorship and $100 million over 4 years. That is all for Hawk TV News. Thank you for watching, and as always, go Hawks!